Greetings and good day, YouTube and Twitch highlight watchers. How are you doing today? I myself am pretty excited to start a new adventure, that one being in Dishonored. I'm not going to bother with all this stuff yet, but we're going to be playing on very hard, and I'm going to go for stealth, right? Don't know if I'll be reloading checkpoints and stuff like that in order to get perfect stealth, but that's what the plan is. I have played this game before when it first came out. I think I beat it. We are gonna, like I said, very hard. Brutal experience for hardcore gamers. Enemies inflict extreme damage, have keen perceptions, and potions are less effective. Perfect for somebody who loves stealth. This we adjusted already, but just to double check and make sure it didn't reset the settings. I'm gonna alt tab really fast to see. Okay, good. Good. We don't have any autosaves, so there's nothing to be worried about. Dunwall Tower.
Corvo, if only there was someone else I trusted to send, so that you could remain near. But there is no one else, and the Spy Master was right to insist that I send you. The plague has taken so many, and we must find a cure. When you are near, my heart is at peace.
So yeah,
Emily and I will count the days until you return.
Caldwell,
Hurry
right?
home and bring good news.
Like I said, I know bits and pieces of this. Like, it'll start coming back to me the more that I play it, but it's similar to if you watched the Max Payne 1 and 2 playthroughs. It's similar to that, where
that's it. Watch it.
I'm aware of a lot, but I'm not aware of everything.
Casting off. We're away. Take us straight to Dunwall Tower. Lord Corvo has news for the Empress, and we've come a long way.
A long way to bring bad news. The sailors say there's a curse on us. Black magic.
Superstition. For all we know, there's a cure for the plague by now.
Maybe. We live in strange times. Sending the Empress's bodyguard away for a couple of months. That's unusual.
Well, this was important. We need help with the rat plague.
If I'm remembering correctly, there's like, what, 6 or 7 people we have to take out? But I don't remember.
Turning on the pipes, and she's rising. Home at last.
Steady pressure. And stop. Shut her down.
The Empress will be waiting for your news, Corvo.
Ooh,
Fair voyage, sir? All
Fair.
quiet out there.
character's busy.
It's been good traveling with you, Corvo.
Well, he's gonna die. Now, I actually don't remember everyone who dies, but I'm just saying that because, it's been nice traveling with you. So we just met him, and either one of two things. He's gonna be a piece of shit traitor, or he's gonna die. I don't remember that, though.
There he is. Good voice, sir.
I don't remember that character.
Welcome back, Lord
So I'm
Protector.
leaning towards he's gonna die.
It's an honor to see you.
Her Majesty is waiting in the pavilion. I hope it's good news, sir. Things are getting bad. Good to have you back, sir.
Are there collectibles in this? Outside of the bone charms? But I meant outside of,
No,
like, the
sir.
bone charms.
The Spy Master is with her, but she'll want to see you right away.
And I know there are, like, little side missions you can do during your things.
Back.
Hello.
Will you tell me about your trip, please? Were there any whales? Wait, let's play hide and seek first. I'll cover my eyes and you hide. You have time? Mother's busy talking to that nasty old spy master.
Oh, sure, why not?
Okay, here we go. Later, will you give me more climbing lessons? Someday I'm going to climb up to the rooftop.
I love how it's optional. You can say, yeah, I'll play, and then just go and...
The Lord Spymaster is with her, but she said to show
Welcome
me-
home, Lord Protector.
I want to check this out really quickly.
Stop moving, Campbell. And you, Corvo, welcome back. From wherever you've been. They sent him all around the Isles to beg for aid.
Piece of shit.
A waste of time. My elixir will banish the plague from this city. Now keep still a moment, High Overseer Campbell. You saw my improvements to the waterlock. I must preserve our High Overseer for future generations of the faithful to marvel at.
Awfully, full of
It
yourself.
was a fool's errand, Corvo. The plague comes from inside us. We must all strengthen our faith.
Oh.
High Overseer, I must ask you to hold your pose.
Man. Amazing how just, like, full of themselves they sound.
Let's see if you're still good at this. I'll hide my eyes and count, and at the end of the countdown, I'll try and find you. Okay, I'm going to count to 10. Find a place to hide.
Playing hide and seek. Left control to enter stealth mode, then stay behind cover to break line of sight with enemies and avoid detection. While sneaking, your footsteps are muffled. We're going to be doing a lot of sneaking. Is what we're going to be doing.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
I wonder if I go in. Oh, you can't go in here. Oh, there's no way. Yeah, there's no way we don't be hidden here. Right? Q or E, you can lean around corners, allowing you to look ahead without being seen by enemies.
I'll find you.
Yeah, all you have to do is literally step all the way up here. There's not a lot of actual places to get into to hide.
I always find you.
I mean, if you don't, you're not a very good looker if you don't find me this time.
Okay, you win. We should go now, so Mother can see you too.
I love when games start like this, I really do.
Come on.
I am keeping up with you by literally just pressing W. So trust me,
Did you see any monsters while traveling to the other isles?
you're good.
My nanny says the big ocean's full of them, but I think she only says that to scare me.
The lore of this game is fantastic. Oh,
I'm not so sure that painting looks like Campbell. Run with me!
She'll see you at once.
mm-hmm.
Follow me, Corvo.
Have you ever met my niece Callista?
While you were gone,
She's
Mother
getting more
seemed very
beautiful
sad.
every year.
I think she missed you.
They're sick people, not criminals.
We've gone beyond that question, Your Majesty.
They're my citizens, and we will save them from the plague if we can. All of them.
Very well.
We will not speak of this again.
Mother, Corvo is back.
Thank you, Emily.
I like the movement of the hands.
As you wish, Your Majesty.
Don't think I noticed that the first time I played this. Ah,
Corvo. 2 days early. Full of surprises, as usual.
man, hindsight's a hell of a thing, isn't it?
Lord Protector, I know the Empress will be delighted to have you back. Follow
Take me with you on a trip one day.
It's a fair wind that
please?
brings you home to me. What news?
2
have you
days
got?
early.
I hoped that one of the other cities had dealt with this before, knew of some cure. This news is very bad. We're at the breaking point. Cowards. They're going to blockade us. They'll wait to see if the plague turns the city into a graveyard.
Are you okay, Mother? You seem sad.
Yes, don't worry, darling. Mother is fine. Wait, where are the guards? Who sent them away?
Mother, look! What are they doing on the rooftop?
What? Emily, come here!
You attack with your right hand or attack with your left if you have a weapon equipped. That might be a little bit loud. We'll have to go through and maybe make some adjustments. Press and hold the thumb mouse button to block. Can't pick that up yet. Okay, I need to... Well, I didn't do shit there. I literally did not hit a single one, I don't think.
Been here.
No more. Not again.
Mommy!
No! Get away from her.
Mommy! Get away!
Corvo, it's all coming apart. Find Emily. Protect her. You're the only one who'll know what to do.
Her voice is familiar.
Won't you? Corvo.
I love this too.
Ward us all. Look at what he's done.
Yes, he's killed the Emperor.
Yes! He's done it! Like, could you be
What
a
did you do with young Lady Emily?
more shit
Her own
actor?
bodyguard. Ironic.
I'll see you beheaded for this, Corvo. Peg him.
Yeah, we could have taken them all out. We could have taken them all out right then and there. So here's what we're gonna go for. No kills unless it's on our main targets. Or the person's a true piece of shit. Guards and stuff like that we'll leave alive. And full stealth. Alright, we are playing on very hard, so we're gonna focus on entirely stealth. And you know what? I might occasionally say a spoiler here or there, or something like that, not 100% sure.
Your final chance, Corvo. Sign the confession, and let me give you the rights to put your spirit at ease.
That's enough for now. Get out. Let's give the man some time to think. Corvo, the Empress is dead. Her daughter Emily is hidden away.
The monologue of revealing their entire plan.
Yes, unlucky you. Tomorrow you'll be executed, but it's for a good cause. This country needs strong leadership now, someone to guide the weak, and that's where we come in.
A religious nut and a piece of shit.
Even though you almost sank our plans. But it turned out well. You were in the wrong place at the right time. And someone has to take the fall.
Voldemort looking ass.
Goodbye, Corvo.
Like these fuckers, they need to die.
Take it back to his
Right. It'll be good to obliterate them.
You should eat, Corvo. This meal comes from a friend.
Corvo, who are we is irrelevant right now. Who we are is irrelevant right now. Just know that we have faith in you. Here's the key to your cell. Once you're out, head for the prison's interrogation room. Take the explosive there and plant it on the outer door. When the bomb goes off, run, make for the river, and lose yourself in the sewers. You'll find you some useful gear stashed there. One of the prison guards will leave a weapon just outside your cell, and good luck. We need you alive and well for what's to come. A friend. Hey, greetings and good day, insane baboon. How are you doing today? Bug someone else. Well, that's rude. Hold on, before we get out of here, we gotta look around and see. Something about lies, I think? I don't know, my cursive comprehension skills are shit. Cell hallway. Okay.
So many people are coming.
With a sword in hand, assassinate an unaware enemy by pressing the left mouse, or approach an unaware enemy from behind and hold thumb. Performably non-lethal. Non-lethal is what we're going to be going for. Using stealth and a non-lethal approach has benefits, fewer rats and weepers. Some people react favorably, and the final outcome is not as dark. I love how they tell you right there, hey, moth blendings, dumbass.
Fusion tomorrow.
It's on account of Corvo.
We gotta change 2 keys. Because my brain will fuck that up so many times if I don't. So. Wait. No. Right. Left.
The Empress and abducted her daughter, Emily.
So it's an occasion.
Right. A social event for the high and mighty. Come see the noble Lord Protector get his head chopped off.
Got his fucking head off!
On the dogfights.
Attention. The solitary wing is off limits to maintenance crews, unless
Burn this
accompanied
place to the
by an
ground.
officer of the watch.
Let me out.
Signs of the
I've got 3 days before they come round.
Good for you. Cut some throats.
Oh, one dude, let me out. You're out. Good for you.
Huh?
Come on, come over here, take a look.
Hey, kill a guard for me.
No, I'm trying not to kill a guard. I gotta remember how to...
Slackjaw him in here. He's gotta get me out.
Blackjaw. Sure, I'll get right on that. Early in the morning.
Attention. Tomorrow's execution will be restricted to the personnel assigned to the event.
Nobody knows. Hell yeah, let's go.
I don't need shit from you.
Vacation time, baby. We're gonna take our time, right? Because we're not on a timer, as far as I'm aware. And
This is ridiculous.
the best thing for stealth is definitely just
Bunch of crap.
taking our time. When we rush and panic, that's when we end up fucking up. I could have tried to,
The solitary wing is off limits to maintenance.
Okay, good. We yoink his coins anyways. Got it.
Accompanied by an officer of the watch. Escort through the solitary wing must be scheduled.
This
in
person has no
advance.
questions. This is what I love about stealth games, right? The AI has no questions about where the fuck everyone else is at. They're like, ah-dee-da-dee-da. Oh, that's weird. Where's Carl and Johnson?
God damn.
Yeah, it doesn't really matter. I should try and pickpocket. That might be a skill for that. And we're not gonna throw people because it's a good way to get people killed by accident if you toss them. Killing rats is a good thing, right? Sokolov's elixir. Oh shit. I'm sure you have plenty of stories to tell. and plenty of not-so stories to tell. Like things that you probably shouldn't be saying. Need a key. Oh, wait, we can look at the keyhole. Rats. Yeah, perfect. Perfect. So we need to look for the red. Oh, we're gonna be a fat bastard in this game. I remember you can just like eat stuff for food.
The solitary wing is off limits to maintenance crews, unless accompanied by an officer of the watch. Escort through the solitary wing must be scheduled in advance, with 1 week's notice.
Yeah, blame Wolfenstein for why I'm playing Dishonored right now. Because there's some stealth sections in Wolfenstein that made me want to play a stealth game. And the best part is, this can be any kind of game you want it to be. It can be a stealth game, it could be a loud and fucking in-your-face game. Is there another key? Or did we use that? Is it N for journal? Inventory, yeah, okay. Key ring. Yard in our cell. There's another key we can get a hold of, if I'm not mistaken. I want to check something really quickly.
Will be restricted to personnel assigned to the event and approved dignitaries only.
Just to make sure about something. But there's gonna be, I'm gonna be messing around a bit, for sure. No. Yeah, right here. This is what I wanted to see. So this is a hallway key. All right. Because I know there are collectibles, there's a lot of side stuff in this game. There's a lot of side missions in this game. I'll try and make sure I don't, you know, miss out on anything, but I'm not gonna spend 12 hours on shit. But yeah, I will preface by saying
the solitary wing is off limits.
I have definitely played this game before.
Accompanied by an officer of the watch. Escort through the solitary wing must be scheduled in advance, with 1 week's notice.
Knocking everybody out is fine. The goal is not to kill anyone. At least on this playthrough. Unless they're like an absolute piece of shit. Like the two that are like, oh ho ho.
Attention. Tomorrow's execution will be restricted to the personnel assigned to the event and approved dignitaries only.
Like I said, I'm just checking around to make sure we don't miss out on anything obvious. Pretty sure there's not going to be much here to miss out on, if I'm being honest. Duty officers report Corvo's interrogation. Corvo Tano, formerly the Royal Protector, will be brought in for interrogation. This is of utmost importance. The Lord Regent and High Overseer Campbell will conduct the questioning themselves. Follow their orders without hesitation, and keep the torturer under control. If Corvo dies in his hands, instead of getting the public execution Lord Regent wants, it'll be your head that rolls next. So, the torturer is definitely doing that for their own pleasure. It's a shame we can't actually ruin that. That'd be great to be able to, you know, cut up the thing. Oh shit. I forgot about these.
Unconscious again. Though he's taken more punishment than the 2 men we brought in for interrogation. When he wakes, we'll start again. Having him sign the confession for her murder isn't critical, but it might be useful to us later. The assassination of an empress is not a trivial matter.
What a dipshit. Revealing all your plans. Not really all your plans, but... Xenonauts 2? I've heard about it. Maybe I'll have to look it out. You mentioned the original XCOM games, and I actually played some of the original XCOM games, and those are fun. I like the time units more than what we currently do, but I understand why we don't use time units anymore. I mean, well, first of all, these aren't real life people. Second of all, I'm gonna kill you with a teacup. No, not really. No, it's just one of those things where they didn't reveal anything, but it's like, wouldn't it be suspicious to hear the Lord Regent or the Spy Master talk about how it will be useful to us later for him to confess? And it's like, we didn't get the key. Oh, we need to blow it up. Is that why? I think that's why. I just realized.
Attention. The solitary wing is off limits.
That's a security guard.
Unless accompanied by an officer of the watch.
I was like, who is that?
Escort through the solitary wing must be scheduled in advance with 1 week's notice.
Sorry, not yet. I was gonna report that boiler leak from yesterday.
Ooh.
Get it. Just do your rounds. A report's trouble for both of us.
I'm moving.
That's a mistake.
Huh?
Nobody knows. 12-man squads. Hell yeah. You know what? You know what game I'm actually kind of
Outsider's eyes, I'm getting spooked.
wanting to kind of get into? Because I played the second one. Right? And that was a blast and a half.
With me tonight.
I can't think of the name of the game. It's like a turn-based strategy game. Jagged Alliance. Jagged Alliance 3. That game's coming out soon, or it just came out.
Attention.
It's a hard fucking game. Based off Jagged Alliance 2. Which I think in that one you could have like large squads as well.
Nasty furry filth.
Stupid goddamn.
The grumbling. The grumbling.
What was it? I know I heard something.
I fat fingered that by accident. Whoops. But it might work out better than you would expect. I took a drink of my water and I leaned forward, and as soon as I did, I smacked the damn side of that.
Hey.
Not now.
The solitary wing is off limits to maintenance crews, unless accompanied by an officer of the watch. Escort through the solitary wing must be scheduled in advance, with 1 week's notice.
Maybe. It's one of those things where
Stupid goddamn.
I understand why people dislike. We need that key. They dislike play pause functions. Right? I get that. Shit. but I'm okay with it because it helps people who can get like really nervous really fast not have that happen.
Attention. Tomorrow's execution will be restricted to the personnel assigned to the event.
Can I buy your ration of elixir
Dignitaries
today?
only.
Not everyone did, but I really like the Empress.
I love how everyone just believes that the bodyguard, right? That the bodyguard killed her. Like, you'd have to imagine the rumors that would be surrounding the two. Well, I don't want to blow that up and kill people, because that is a thing that can happen.
Attention. The solitary wing is off limits to maintenance crews.
Who's that?
Unless accompanied by an officer of the watch. Escort through the solitary wing must be scheduled in advance, with 1 week's notice.
Nothing after all.
I am a twig. I am a twig, and you can do nothing about my twigginess. You fool.
Still crying about that dice game?
Another night, another patrol with you. Come on there.
Ah, shit. Shit. We'll do like 1 or 2 loads. Ugh. I didn't want to get caught there. I probably should have waited till he came all the way back and knocked him out. First reload. Like I said, I'm gonna try. I'm not gonna do too many of these, but it's.
Execution is tomorrow, right?
Yeah,
But the game does reload pretty fast.
I can't wait to see his head roll. Not everyone did, but I really like the Empress.
Can I?
Hey, can I buy your ration of elixir from today?
Attention. The solitary wing is off limits to maintenance crews. Unless
Okay, not exactly how I intended for that to go, but
Escort through the solitary
hell
wing
yeah.
must be scheduled in advance, with 1 week's notice.
You know nothing. Oh, we can go in there. Gonna close that. Glad I didn't just open the door. Thank you. Alright, there we go. But yeah, I can definitely understand why some people would be like, eh. But here's the good thing about a play pause function. You don't have to use it. They might make you use it in the tutorial or at certain points. But all that kind of shit is optional. Awesome. Yeah. Well, it also results in, like, more games in the future as well. Which the Jagged Alliance games,
Huh?
at least the mainstays, have been amazing. I mean, it's a an RTS with TBS like mainstay, right? I know about the RTS element. It's like it's been like that with Jagged Alliance 2, right? Where you could tell certain characters to walk, but as soon as they got into combat, it turned into turn-based mode. I've played a couple of games like that. There's been a couple of games like that that came out. Do we have to place the bomb here? Can't we just, you know, not? Am I missing anything? Maybe. Trying to remember where to go. I do not remember where to go. Probably could have jumped. We might have gotten spotted there. Fuck. Fuck it. It loads really fast. Oh shit. That's a rude game. No, we get spotted automatically. Maybe? Yeah. Okay, good. Oh, you'll survive. So we didn't get spotted there. Never mind. It just did the music for whatever reason. Awesome. Lovely. Let's go. No trespassing. Alright. I think we did it all stealth. Do they count reloads and stuff too, I wonder? Nah. No way. Ain't really much else to do, except just continue forward.
Some kind of explosive to blast his way out. That doesn't happen by accident.
You think he had help? Who'd know how to do that?
Bottle Street gang, maybe. Watch for booby traps. Could be some down here by the look of it.
Good. If we're lucky, one of them will get Corvo.
You're afraid of him? He's Sir Conan. It's all merchants and whores down there.
Kids like you never saw what he was like. I saw him fight 3-to-1 in the practice yard. In a whirlwind.
I hope it's me that finds him.
I hope it is too.
I mean, some people's whatever age they are is different for everyone, right? One person's 28 is a different person's 28. Corvo, if you're reading this, it means our plan worked and you've broken free from Coldridge. One of our contacts has hidden weapons for you somewhere deeper in the sewers. Grab the gear and find Samuel where these tunnels dump out into the river. He'll bring you to us, a friend who will meet you soon. Jellied eels. I wonder how that would taste. Look at these rats. I'm already in stealth mode, game. There honestly doesn't seem to be that many rats. But oh well. Oh, I forgot about that. I forgot that they like actually get like eaten. I totally forgot about that. You cannot kill the rat plague. Rats are eating our babies. Nice. Alright, I'll have to step away in a moment. What do we got here? Nobody? How the hell did you die? Did you get 8? No goodies under here, unfortunately. I'm gonna take things cautiously, even at points like this where I'm like 99% positive there are no enemies to worry about. Right?
Aren't we supposed to load the bodies in the carts headed to the flooded district?
Yeah, but screw that. That's too far. I don't want to catch the plague, do you?
No. Doesn't the elixir prevent it?
Maybe. Either way, let's just dump them down there. The rats eat them.
Attention Dunwall citizens. The
All right.
assassin Corvo, responsible for the murder of our fair empress and the disappearance of Lady Emily, heir to the throne, has temporarily escaped state custody. Any evidence as to his whereabouts must be delivered to the City Watch at once.
Alright. Dude just keeps throwing bodies. I'll be right back. But yeah, stealth games have that habit of giving you sections that don't have any enemies, right? So it gives you a little bit of a leeway where you don't have to sneak. But it's a good habit to be in to, like, always be prepared for a guard at any corner. Because they like doing that, you know? They like giving you the ability to feel like, you want to trigger it? No. No, I don't think we wanted to trigger it. Maybe I should stop triggering these before I kill myself like an idiot. Throw a bottle at the thing, you idiot. There's probably a disarm that I'm like not even looking at. Probably should not have healed now that I think about it. Because there's probably a lot of food down here still. Yeah. That was one way to do it. Greetings, Corvo, or should I say Lord Protector, as you were known before that title was wrongfully taken from you. We are servants of the Empire, and of the true Empress, a group of loyalists who want very much to meet you. Take these weapons crafted for you of the finest materials in the Isles, and meet with our man, Samuel, near where these tunnels split into the Fairhaven River. All haste and luck, we share a common purpose. How long have we been in prison for? Has it been like a couple of months in the game? I can't remember. I cannot remember. Press and hold the middle mouse to open up the quick access wheel. Select the gadget or power you want to equip in your left hand and release the middle mouse to confirm. Assign a hotkey to a weapon or power by selecting that item in the quick access wheel and pressing any shortcut key. There are 10 in total. You can reconfigure the bindings in the options. Well, we want sleep darts to... you know what? We'll keep the stuff that we got as is. We'll keep sleep darts. We're probably not going to use them too often. Is there a disarm? No. But where's the bottle? A little bit high. Okay. We have a hell of an arm on us. Damn it! Here I am trying to be cheeky just to see if I can do this. Also, I'm noticing that there's food or something back there, so we'll have to hit that. Nice. This is one big hell of an empty bottle. In case you're too daft to remember, look to your whiskey for the answer. Whiskey, got it? If you want your share, you'll sort it out. If not, it'll come back. I'll come back for it next month. Look toward the whiskey? No, it said press F to trigger. We don't have the disarm ability, if there is a disarm ability. Four, 5, 6. 4, 5, 1. Oh, that's right. So I guess that's money that we're not taking or something like that? Yeah, very important difference. I'll show you when we stumble across another one in a minute or two here. If we find another one.
He won't get past me, sir.
Yeah, I will.
Do you know who we're hunting here? Don't try to take him out alone.
But what if no one from the squad is around?
Then try to make a lot of noise when you die. Knock something over if you can.
Bastard.
I'm half tempted to test to see if I can smack someone in the face with a bottle.
Smells like a dead Reaper in here.
Anything good up here? Really? No? Unfortunate.
Probably is. They come here to die sometimes in the dark. Just slip into the water, don't come out. What was that?
I don't want to drop assassinate. But we'll press J anyways.
I wonder how deep it is. I can't see the bottom.
Eating some rat skewers. Pretty deep.
Huh?
He won't get past me, sir.
Do you know who we're hunting here? Don't try to take him out alone.
But what if no one from the squad is around?
Then try to make a lot of noise when you die.
What in the void was that? Smells like a...
Okay, so they hear that. Good to know. That was actually a test. I wanted to see if he would hear me do that. I'm so glad this game seems to load real fast. Compared to what we were experiencing with,
Do you know who we're hunting here? Don't try to take him out alone.
But what if no one from the squad is around?
I can't think of the name. Not Dishonored. We're playing Dishonored.
Knock
Wolfenstein.
something over if you can.
Wolfenstein.
Bastard. Smells like a dead Reaper in here.
There we go. Tempted to shoot his ass with a knockout dart, but nah.
Stay alert, you worms. He's not getting out this way on my watch.
No, I am.
Ha! You little bastard. Tired yet?
You're such a choffer.
I mean, it's not that half the city died from a plague, it's that the city is dying from a plague. And... or it could be half the city, but it's gonna get, like, everybody. That's what they're worried about. I need you to turn around so I can drop down. I want to get all that goody shit.
Ha! You little bastard. Check under everything. Help me look for him. Oh, I'll find you.
No, you won't. I mean, Corvo's got the stomach of, like, the most iron of stomachs, you know what I mean? I was trying to think of somebody who had a very strong stomach but no character or whatever came to mind. Huh.
Attention Dunwall citizens. The assassin Corvo, responsible for the murder of our fair Empress and the disappearance of Lady Emily, heir to the throne, has temporarily escaped state custody. Any evidence as to his whereabouts must be delivered to the...
Oh! Neat. Like, we're eating rotten food from the garbage and shit like that. Corvo would be fine. Corvo could probably eat all the raw rats, and he would be fine.
Corvo, over here. Quickly, I'm a friend. I'm Samuel, and I work for some good people who want very much to meet you. Well, they said you'd come out.
Well, that's a
here.
matter of perspective.
Still
Whether or
haven't
not they're
delivered.
good is a matter of
Take you to meet
perspective.
them. Just down the river from here.
Okay. We didn't kill anyone, and we were never detected. We did have to reload a couple of times. And we opened Jelly's safe. Oh wow, there's actually a coin amount found. Does it matter if we get everything? Probably not. Not with coins, at least. I mean, we missed a goal for 300 coins, so that's a little bit of a shame, but... oh well.
This is the Hound Pit's pub, closed for business. Half the district marked off as dead from the plague. We're right under the Lord Regent's nose, and he don't know a thing. Of course, if anyone finds out what we're up to, the Watch will break in with swords drawn. And now that you've escaped, the Lord Regent's going to be tearing the city apart.
Yeah. So it's only a matter of time before we get caught.
Take you up to meet
again.
Havelock and the rest of the Loyalists. The Admiral's a man to be
Like
reckoned.
other games that have this shit set up.
Anyone can help you find that missing girl, Lady Emily, and clear your name. He can.
Yeah, like every single game that has like a resistance, they always do that. The resistance headquarters always gets caught. Like, there is no way in hell you will ever come across a situation where you're going to be, like, maybe once or twice I've ever heard of a resistance hideout not getting caught in something like this. It happens in everything. Movies, books, games, shows, everything. If you have a hideout and you're trying to fight against the man or the empire or whatever. Ooh. Oh shit. Forgot about the fish. Well, I thought we could. Damn it! All right. Anyway, let's hold up to hold star stuff. I'm gonna have to step away in a minute before we get like started on really talking to everybody. Be right back. All right. But no, I was, hey, Green is a good day. Warcoms, how are you doing today? I mean, you could classify it as more of hunting, in all honesty. But I'm thinking about what you said about not a superhero skill, to be able to eat whatever. More like a vermin skill. Technically, Corvo is as heroic or villainous as you make him, right? Technically not a hero at all. More anti-hero at best. Ah!
I expect they're hard at work in there. Best join them. They'll help you get whoever really killed the Empress.
Well, I, the player, know who already killed the Empress.
I'm sure the Admiral is anxious to meet you. It wasn't easy getting you here.
You know what sucks? Like, I don't want to spoil everything. At least,
I wouldn't hang about if I were you.
not for the first time I do a playthrough.
Time's getting short.
Welcome to the Hound Pit Pub, sir. How may I help?
Hello, sir. I am Wallace. And
Oh,
this
you're a
is
dick.
Cecilia. We have been informed of
Yeah,
your
you can
arrival
go
and
fuck
we'll do
off,
our
you
best
pretentious
to stay out of
cocksucker.
your way while you conduct your business.
Yes, Lydia's a servant here as well. The Admiral served in the
I
Navy
like
under
you.
the Empress.
He can go fuck himself.
Something happened with the Lord Regent that drove the Admiral out. If I understand it right.
Anyway, yeah, you're technically not really heroic in this game. But yeah, this game has several different ways to play it, right? The way that I'm playing it is stealthy and minimal kills, right? You could do it stealthy, everybody dies. You can do it loud, everybody dies. You can do it loud, nobody dies. Understandable. I played Darksiders a little while ago. Darksiders 1 and 2. I don't have Darksiders 3 yet, but at some point I do tend to play through it. Oh, that's great. Ooh. Oh, that's right. It just transfers it into monetary. Anyways, what I was saying earlier about, like, keeping things spoiler-free for my very first playthrough, like, official playthrough on the
Attention all
YouTubes.
citizens. Curfew extends from sundown to sunrise unless you are otherwise authorized.
Oh, you actually have to shoot
Violators
there.
will
There.
be subject to interrogation
Oh, fuck
and
off.
detained when necessary. Remember,
I don't want to listen to that shit all the time. Maybe I could have thrown a bottle there. Anyway. But yeah, I like keeping stuff spoiler free for whenever I post it for the first time to YouTube.
So it's starting at last, Admiral. We found our man. Even after 6 months in Cold Ridge Prison, he slipped out like it was nothing.
Yes. Not surprising. He was the personal bodyguard of the Empress. You've heard the stories.
Yes, I have. It still amazes me that someone could get to the Empress and young Lady Emily.
No one knows the real story, Trevor. We all have our suspicions. We'll know the truth in time.
He's strong and quick. But I hope he understands subtlety as well.
How can you say that?
Fancy dress parties. The reality is that we need men killed. Have you ever killed a man?
Only with my wit. But it's a fair point.
I don't like him.
He'll be here soon, and I'm looking
Just listen to his
forward
voice. He sounds so fucking pretentious. Oh, it's busy over on my end. like I said, busier than normal. Things have a tendency to slow down a little bit after 8 p.m. Well, in like 20 minutes or so, I should slow down a little bit. Then it picks back up later. Well, that's not exactly how that works a lot of the time. A lot of times, sometimes a bodyguard also acts as like the food tester, which is a thing that was
continue this later, Lord.
really in existence
The man of the hour is
at the time,
Corvo,
where
I'm Admiral Havel.
an individual would eat a
true
certain
servant
amount of the
Empire,
food
like you.
that was also
Until the Lord Regent purged those who wouldn't recognize his claim on the throne.
served
I'm Lord
to
Shepard
the.
I represent the nobility.
Oh, you're a piece of shit.
But we all act as equals here at the Hound Pits pub.
This is a momentous occasion, Corvo. I'm going to come out with it. We've been building a coalition of loyalists, aimed at ending the Lord Regent's tyranny and restoring the throne.
At risk of execution, we're committed to finding young Lady Emily and seeing her crowned as Empress.
We've got big plans, but we can't do any of it without you. We need your skills, your ability in a fight, and in helping us, we're going to help you destroy the men who murdered the Empress.
Sorry, you must be exhausted.
These
We
two
can discuss this further
are the
after you
exact
recover. But
antithesis
before you retire, you
of
should
the
introduce
Spy
yourself to
Master
Piero.
and the other
He's challenged many
jackass,
times,
the Lord
but his
Regent.
industrious mind buys him that right.
Yes, Piero's as much an artist as a technician. He's going to be crafting the gear you'll need. Go talk to him, and then get some sleep. We can talk more when you've rested.
Inventor who is able to craft and upgrade equipment. That's all you need to tell me.
Good to have you with us, Corvo.
What?
Nothing again.
That was rude of me, sorry. I was distracted. Oh, hey.
Have you talked to Piero yet? He made the weapons we left for you on your way out of Coleridge Prison. Go see him when you can.
We gotta explore, of course. I'm pretty sure there's some collectible stuff we can get. The Shadow of Bitterleaf, expert from a longer work of fiction. Finding my way by the feeble light of the dying fire, I saw her working. A large needle moved in her hand, following precise, esoteric patterns, knots, and loops of seamstress craft from ancient days. Beneath her needle, his body clenched and shuddered, shaking the wooden table. A morbid fascination pushed me closer, until she turned her blank face toward me, resting the needle in his flesh. With a refined tone, she addressed me. So you are the lover, I presume. You too have been unfaithful, and it is now your turn to be mended. And then the young prince of trivia, expert from a theater play. I almost said theatrical. It would have not made a difference if I had. Lord Nathan Bale, shaken with outrage. How dare you, sir? Clothed in my very home? I should hand you over to the watch. Depraved Tyvian. Prince Kalasar, moving closer. That's a harsh I'm not gonna do the voice changes. I thought about it for a minute, but that's a harsh welcome for royalty, my lord. Your daughter treated me with much more hospitality. Alas, she has gone out for the evening, leaving me all alone. Lord Nathan Bale, stammering, studying the younger man before him. What are you doing? Leave this house. Go back to your frozen wasteland, pale rascal. Prince Kalasar smiling coldly, reaching out. No need for anger between us, Lord Bale. It is so wrong for me to be here. As I've proven, I've developed an affinity for you and your family. Lord Nathan Bale, gasping. Oh my, Kalasar. Your skin is so warm. It burns. Fucking, what kind of player is everyone watching when they go to that one? Drink. Is that how we heal mana? A Gaffer's Tale Volume 2. Where's a Gaffer's Tale Volume 1? Excerpt from the journal, the travel journal of a whaler in his final years. Volume 2, or Final Passage. After more than a quarter of a century, I am done with whaling, too broken to continue. I've seen all the corners of the isles and made more coin than most men see in a lifetime. But it's all gone. I've lived through an emperor and watched his daughter take the throne. Fair young empress she was, but slain so young, everything beautiful comes to die. I've eaten in every port of the known world and sailed in the loneliest waters you could imagine. I've seen the cliffs around Pandysia. Even the best of it doesn't give me an ounce of joy. The years come back across my dreams as a line of butchered bodies, long, sleek, and singing among the waves under the moonlight, only to be speared by ugly, weather-scarred men who'd knife each other for a good pair of boots. Each year I had less time to come home. My tongue forgot the language of small chatter, and those who lived in the cities thought me odd. My sister Nina hardly knew what to say to me during our visits. When she lost her business to the Lord Regent's crooked barrister, I was 100 miles east of Morley, gaff hand frozen from the sleet, as we tracked the first bull whale we'd seen in months. I helped her as much as I could, but Nina died in the early days of the plague. None of it mattered if I'm jaded and bitter. Because this industry has taken away my dreams, the world has beaten me. That fucking sucks. Hello.
My, you must be Corvo. I am Lydia, at your service. Your room is upstairs and ready. When they told me who it was, well, I thought you'd be older, like the Admiral.
Litany of the White Cliff. Expert from a series of overseer invocations by High Overseer Abram Templeton. And I say to you, brothers, it is here that we make our stand as a righteous force against the growing darkness. It is here that we unite against the spirits of the unknown that would drag us screaming into the night, never to return to our homes, to our families. Together we will serve as a rod to those who would stray from the herd for the froggy gray wastes of the outsider. We will burn a bright fire with our virtuous actions so that others will not lose their way. And to those who chose to wander beyond the walls of our homes, in far places, we will strike at them swiftly before they whisper to their neighbors, filling their hearts with strangeness and doubt. Well, sounds like a lovely time. Harpooner songs? Way, hey, what will we do with the drunken whaler? What will we do with the drunken whaler? What will we do with the drunken whaler early in the morning? Oh, it makes me want to play that song, but I'm not going to. Maybe I am. Fuck it. Hold on. Give me a second. Give me a second. I got to. I got to. Hold on. Hold on. I can't help myself. Right? As long as it plays. Hopefully it's gonna play the song and not be like, oh shit. This is from the Dishonored original game soundtrack, so not what I expected it to start with. Oh my! This is not what I expected. It makes it so fucking creepy because it's kids singing it. And then it should go back to... Oh, no, it doesn't. Fucking creepy, actually. There's a high probability that this actually might get muted, now that I'm thinking about it. It shouldn't because it's the music from the game, right? So it should be fine. Alright, we might do, if we come across more songs, we might do that more often. You know? It didn't... I feel like it didn't go through the whole thing about the sack and throw him over, but... whatever. Creepy as shit is what that was.
If I may,
If I may. Oh, he's such a pretentious piece of shit.
I'm the personal assistant to Lord Pendleton, and one of the senior servants at Pendleton House, as was my father. Now I am entrusted with this house, the home of the Loyalists. I have never seen the Admiral fail at any venture. If order can be restored to the city of Dunwall, I believe he can do it. If anyone can get your old life back, it's him.
But what's so weird is, like... I don't know. Oh, $100, nice.
Pleased to meet you, Master Corvo. I saw you at court in happier days.
I just ate your
But you might
apricot
not
tart.
remember. I was once a close ally to the Lord Regent, Hiram Burroughs, back when he was just the spy master. He's one manipulative bastard, I can tell you that.
Don't mind me, I'm just stealing all your shit. Listening to your, conversations.
Have been installed at last with no small amount of complaining by that antiquated boatman. The others have no idea what it's like to suffer as I have. Speaking of which... Wallace! Please breathe 2 bottles of Dunwall Red, never mind which, and fetch a clean glass.
Oh my god, I want to smack this asshole.
I'll begin again tomorrow.
Well, I guess I'll be listening to that tomorrow. I always dislike it when they have stuff like this. Like, if it has been several months, there's no way. They would have cleaned some of this shit up if they could have. Right? What do you got for me?
I once served under Admiral Havelock. Captain Havelock then. I don't know if he remembers me, but I fear it's rude to ask. I don't want to embarrass him.
Got a map? Oh, really? I thought it gave us an actual map and not 75 corns. Interesting. Excerpt from a book on the far continent, Pandyssia. At the Academy of Natural Philosophy, they speak of the Pandyssian continent as a place of wonder, where all of life has entwined and blossomed across aeons, producing a vibrant ecology unrivaled in the civilized world. The overseers from the Abbey of the Everyman, by contrast, talk of horror and heresies, of cults of subman engage in brutal, perverse rituals. The few who have traveled to the far continent and come back to the Isles, those who have actually touched the soil there, have returned with notes that describe vast deserts, deep jungles, and outlandish creatures that defy belief. Once in a generation, a great effort is mounted to build a colony there, in hopes of this someday growing into a port city, to rival Dunwall itself. But to date, these attempts have all ended in madness and failure. I would love... Now this is gonna sound weird, but they could definitely use Pandyssia as a way to make a game in the same world, but of a slightly different, like, genre of game. If they wanted to. They could also try and make something like this where you're trying to either clear out a previous settlement or something like that, filled with complete and utter psychopaths. We need the Hound Pits key. There's a part of me that's thinking we ain't gonna get that for quite some time. There's another part of me that's wanting to explore to see if we can find it here and now. Oh yeah. I'm glad that the coins have a slight glow to them. Alright, let's go talk to our dude.
I'll be crafting your weapons and gear. All custom work. For you, I will create the tools of a master assassin.
Well, we don't need to actually assassinate too many people.
No! This cannot happen now. The tank of whale oil is running. Will you get a new tank from upstairs, please, while I hold this in place? Be careful. Oil's unstable. And when it explodes, there is a terrible mess. Perfect. Now plug it in. Perfect. Thank you, Cole. Here, see? The assassin's mask. You're a wanted man, so everyone in the city knows your face, but this mask will mean terror to them. If you just hold still, the fit must be precise. There. Can you see normally? Send the lens out of alignment. There. Better now? I could create more for you. Upgrades for your gear, weapons, munitions. But our situation here is desperate. Scavenge the city for valuables, and I will resell them on the black market. That should give us the money to craft the things you need. Tell me what I can make for you.
So this cat here is selling all the stuff that we can hold 10. Rewire tool. Maybe upgrade first though. Accuracy, range, reload. We want Spring Razor, if I'm not mistaken, turns him into chunky salsa. Bolt capacity. No. We don't have any bone charms. But I think I might purchase it regardless. Standard bolts are something that I'm not really going to be using a lot of. Let's upgrade the crossbow accuracy or the range. No, accuracy. Accuracy is better than range early on, if I'm remembering correctly. Alright, 8 darts, let's go.
You must be exhausted. I advise that you get some sleep. Your life will get even more difficult soon. You should rest while you can.
Look around a bit before we're going to bed.
You know best. Let me know if you need anything more.
Mm-hmm. Star chart. I love how I picked up the star chart that he then sold for $75. Gold. Whatever. Alright, the second solution. Excerpt from a series of newspaper articles from prominent natural philosophers by Hero Joplin. It is through no fault of my own that the average citizen has expressed a preference for Sokolov's elixir over my own formula. So there's Piero's remedy. A name I did not choose if you must know the truth. The public has spoken its usual message of idiocracy, spending their coin as a means of selecting Sokolov's formula over mine, which I believe to be of equal, if not superior, value. That's what my brain wanted to say. Which I believe to be of equal, if not superior. Anyway. Much has been made over the popularity of these concoctions as a means of resisting the remarkable new plague. I say remarkable because this strain works with an efficiency we have not seen in the history of the Empire. This plague, now making its way through the city of Dunwall, is unrivaled in its effectiveness. I have studied it with the blood of those so afflicted, and it is nearly perfect, elegant, in fact. I'm worried about you. And while it is true that Piero's remedy and Sokolov's elixir are known to protect the body against the plague equally, my own has properties not fully understood, which relate to the mind itself and the spirit, and it is in a way that my formula wins out. Here is where one should pay attention to this contest. For you see, Sokolov's elixir, which, with its emphasis on the brute animal body, is a crass goo better suited for livestock. The subtle and secret variants in the key ingredients making up Pierre's remedy ensure that it works on a higher functions that separate humankind from the mindless blue-jawed hagfish swimming in the Warehaven River. Huh. Piero, no, I will not sign off on these purchases. A bag of powdered crystal, Tivian ore. What's wrong with the metals in Gristle? King Sparrow feathers. If you need feathers, sacrifice your own pillow. Maybe at the academy everything you needed was paid for by tariff and handed out willy-nilly, but this is my bar, or what's left of it. And we're operating on a budget. We're running low on oil, food, elixir, building materials, and everything else, so you've got to slow down. While I'm footing the bill, I will not approve your purchases unless they're absolutely required. No more copper wires or special herbs. If you need those things, go out and scavenge them. Half the city is in ruins, so no one is going to miss any of the old crap you seem to need. Admiral Havelock. Kind of a... I understand where he's coming from, but said it in a dickish way. Also, I stole and sold his copper wire for 20. Love to see that. Can't interact with that yet. Nothing there. Whale vivisection, oil whale pro... We got a lot to read, apparently. Whale oil refining station. Oh, that's right. You do this. You do this. You do this. You do this. And if I'm not mistaken, we can do this. And can we throw this and... There might be something to do with that, but I don't know if we do that yet. Excerpt from a manual on the new city watch procedures. Commissioned by the Lord Regent in the face of the growing plague crisis, the dead counter is a position that will only be given to officers, usually of junior or middle grades. In most matters of edict or curfew enforcement, these officers will defer to the acting officer on duty. However, any dead counter will have command in situations related to the plague and the hauling of the dead, including those which with late-stage plague symptoms, called weepers in common parlance. Starting in the month of rain, Interested officers may apply for the test and, if accepted, for the 2-week training tour. Pay will be administered in coin and rations of elixir at 1 1/2 normal pay grade. Oh, so you get an extra half. Time and a half. Failed experiments. Excerpts from a series of lectures on natural philosophers by Piero Joplin. Of course, I've attempted to improve upon Sokolov's designs, of course, and why not? After all, it is likely that his thinking was influenced in some small way by our time together at the Academy. We are all part of a community, striving to unknot the mysteries of the cosmos. Even those among us who possess the greatest minds are often led to a fruitful line of consideration by, how does one say it, our intellectual subordinates. Sokolov is no exception to this, despite the glamour of genius he has cast over the aristocracy, I think is how you say that word. And further, it is true that many of my experiments have failed. No need to gossip about it behind my back in your social clubs and the very chambers of the Academy itself. Great ambition requires risks. You may laugh now at my door to nowhere, but someday you will not. You will not. Your children will likely see it as commonly as you see the electric lamps lighting our streets at night. But a few short years ago, you would have laughed at Sokolov's arc pylon or wall of light. Your laughter, your condescending smiles, they are nothing but evidence of your own limited imagination. Whale vivisection, excerpt from the notes of a natural philosopher aboard a whaling ship. Remarkably, each specimen I had the pleasure of studying during the voyage possessed some minor variants of physiology. On the second leg of the trip, east of Tivia, the crew hauled aboard a female, some 42 feet in length. I estimate she weighed 35 tons, and the ship sat low, rocking side to side through the night with her thrashing. By candlelight, I took her apart, sketching and taking notes. Against her bellowing, I cut into the massive tentacles around her mouth. Within, I found row upon row of teeth and a baleen running along the upper jaw. Through this broom-like structure, I assumed she filtered food from the water that was too small to be chewed. Huh. Excerpt from the founding of the Greaves Whale House by Ebenezer Greaves. You know how hard it was not to say Scrooge? Out at sea, they secure the beast with hooks with lines cast from the main ship and from several smaller boats. Buoys keep the whale from diving deep. Once it's caught, a larger hook is driven through the tail, which is used to hoist the creature up through the chute. They moan and bellow for some time as men get them onto the deck, then lift them into the scaffolding overhead. The ship adjusts its prow and returns to port in Dunwall, where the crew works on the great creature, slicing off the fattiest parts while it still lives. Well, that's fucked. And this is just like, Sokolov no longer has the upper hand with regard to supplies of whale oil. A good admiral has paid for the installation of my own system, which will enable me to work in this place. The oil tank dispenser, when activated, will produce an empty vessel for filling. When the tank is held near the oil tank refill pump, the magnetic actuator should take the tank and lock it in the correct configuration. Using the lever, it will begin the refilling process. Once refilling is completed, the tank can be removed and placed in service. Extreme caution must be used in handling full tanks that are quite unstable. The system is sound and well engineered. It appears that the Greaves Oil Company has done something correctly. For once. Unlimited oil. But no, it's unfortunate that we can't. Where the hell is this thing at? We can't actually go fishing. But hey, I gotta give the game mad props for being able to actually interact with the fish. we can't send through there? Should be able to. That's a shame. Well, let's get ready to go to bed. Oh. Some of these things I think we're getting, right? Because he's talking about Tivy and Aura and all that shit. Ooh, nice. And part of me believes that Buddy Boy over there, our engineer, is literally just like, oh, hey, you give me that, I'll give you this, and I'll sell it on the black market, but he uses it for his own needs. I like the idea, though, of, like, anything, we have, like, infinite pocket space to put in some of these bottled booze when we're out and about, and we just get, like, we don't drink the booze, we sell it. Ooh, hello. What do we got over here? This is why you explore. Damn. 60 right off the rip, huh? Nice. Worth it. Old, we don't come here yet, that's for sure. Old Port District Sewer Key. Wait a minute. Wait a minute.
You've met Piero. Good. You'll want to get some rest now.
Is the man dangerous?
Yes, very much so, but no need to fear. He is here to work with our masters.
People say he killed the Empress.
Of course he didn't. People are foolish and believe whatever they're told.
Okay. If the Admiral trusts him, then so will I.
I'm sorry it's so dark. We can't risk being seen. It is a bit romantic, though, isn't it?
Oh, we already read that. Or we already listened to that song. Might be because I turned my brightness way up, but I did not see what's so dark.
I used to be the hostess here. Oh, I could tell you stories about that, believe me.
Interesting. Alright, so I guess we, just head on up to our bed. That's the bath. That's gonna be a habit that I'm probably... Well, we gotta explore everything before we go to bed, man. This is probably gonna be locked. No, not. Oh, that's fucking creepy. Call to the Spheres, Volume 1. My stomach twisted as the engines of the odd vessel roared louder. It was the creation of Orcado, third prefect from the Academy of Natural Philosophy. He was exhilarated, savoring each of the small craft's undulations. Orchard, Orchado, pulled the lever, and a great gout of smoke surrounded us. The smell of burning whale oil grew unbearable as the machine prepared itself upward. I was too afraid to look through the window, which suddenly didn't feel thick enough. As if knowing my thoughts, Overseer Bryn looked at me and smiled. Recite some of the litany, my pupil. It will protect your heart from the turpitude of the void on our way to the outer spheres. So the outer spheres, that's them going to outer space, I would imagine. Powdered crystal. Oh yeah, that's our buddy's using this, engineering buddy. Once a child shows the proper inclination, he is marked. Overseers are assigned to study the subject. surreptitiously in order to determine whether this inclination is supported by cosmology, conditions, and other signs ongoing throughout the year. At the end of the cycle, those befitting further testing are removed from their homes some hours before dawn and must begin the march to an outpost outside the city. There, the children undergo ritual preparation and evaluation until the last night of the month of rain, when they make a pilgrimage to Whitecliff. During an elaborate ceremony, it is determined which of the children will become overseers and which must be put down. Oh! Okay. A book on the celebrations and holidays. At the end of every year, after the last day of the month of songs, we begin the Fugue Feast. The new year has not started, and thus the time that follows is outside the calendar. A period of celebration and feasting begins, during which the people abandon the very practices that keep them whole and healthy over the year. Many leave their homes euphoric with spirits or potent herbs. Some paint their faces or wear masks to conceal themselves as they pursue their passions without reservation. When the right cosmological signs are observed and it is time for the calendar to begin anew, the sitting high overseer calls for the hymn of atonement and the fugue feast ends. Huh. Families return to their homes, wives to their husbands, enemies put down their weapons, and fires are extinguished. No complaint is given for those who have wronged others, deviated from ancient codes, or discarded oaths. For this time, during the astrological alignment, does not exist, and it is not recorded. The following day starts the new year, marked on the first day of the month of Earth, as it has always been. So, the Purge, basically. That's a hell of a holiday. That is a hell of a holiday. Because when it says wives returning to their husbands, that's insinuating some adultery type shit.
You can call on Cecilia for the more menial tasks.
I want the fucking key!
That's what she's suited for.
Why is everyone so awful to Cecilia? That's what she's suited for. Why you gotta say it like that, Lydia? Ass. I forgot how kind of fucking dickish everybody was in this game. Hell yeah. We can drop down and just see. Okay. I'm kind of also doing this to get a feel for when the inevitability happens, because, like, I'm not 100% sure, like I said, about certain elements of the story, but even if I wasn't, I can already tell that there's going to be a thing. We're probably going to have to fight enemies on this map. I look forward to the day that I'm, like, part of a rebellious force and, you know, the HQ doesn't get wiped out for one reason or another. Alright. Before we go to bed, I am going to have to step away. Gotta use the restroom. Make sure we picked up everything we've seen before we do that, and then we'll sleep in a moment. I will be right back, and because I remembered, I'm actually going to play 2 minutes of ads. I'll be back momentarily. Okay. Let us go to sleep. We probably missed a couple of coins or some other stuff like that. But, alas, I'm not too concerned. Man, it loads so fast. I love it. Well, if I'm not mistaken, yeah, something's not right. Love that.
Hello, Corvo. Your life has taken a turn, has it not? The Empress is dead. Her precious daughter Emily is lost somewhere in the city, and you will play a pivotal role in the days to come. For this, I have chosen you and drawn you into the void. I am the outsider, and this is my mark. There are forces in the world and beyond the world, great forces that we call magic. And now, these forces will serve your will. Use this newfound power, my gift to you. Come find me.
The Outsider's so interesting. Press the left mouse to execute a fast and stealthy forward dash through the world. You can also use it to move upwards, but the distance is reduced. Aiming at ledges will allow you to blink forward and climb up. To target your destination with precision, a blue sphere indicates that you should reach your destination. A blue arrow indicates that you will climb up when you reach your destination. This shit can get broken real fast, like. Well, I gotta explore to make sure we don't miss out on anything, you know? I doubt we will. Oh. Yeah. Our own. So this is our own mind. Okay. Because I'm pretty doubtful that that's what that letter said. I'm very sad. They say that you're dead like mother, but I'm going to put this note in a bottle and throw it into the river because I do not believe them. Living here is very strange. I do not like it, so please come for me if you can. Right? The twins, if I'm not mistaken. He's arguing with somebody, it looks like. Because he's knocked over all these buildings. I do like how, like, I wonder... Oh, wow. So this is the topography of the world. I didn't really pay attention to this too much the first time that I played this. A bunch of islands. Is that Calero? Hold on, I have a question. If I went to graphics... I don't really see that much of a difference. Well, that's rough, buddy. Or is this shit that's happening right now as we speak? This might be shit that's happening literally right now as we speak.
days that follow, your trials will be great, Corvo. Seek the ancient runes bearing my mark in the lonely places of your world, and at shrines raised in my name. These runes will grant you powers beyond those of other men.
We're gonna have to try and get all of them, because I'm pretty sure there's a couple that are really, really good for stealth builds.
The heart of a living thing, molded by my hands. With this heart, you will hear many secrets, and it will guide you toward my runes, no matter how they may be hidden. Listen to the heart now, and find another rune.
Okay. I remember the heart. Equipping the heart in your left hand helps you locate bones, charms, or runes, even through walls. The heart beats and lights up when you are facing a bone, charm, or rune, and it beats faster as you get closer. The heart will whisper secrets if you press the left mouse while targeting a person or location.
This place is the end of all things, and the beginning.
So, you might think that voice is familiar.
All of time's meaning is here. Neither seconds nor centuries.
I'll say no more than that.
Someday this place will devour all the lights in the sky. The one who walks here is all things. Cradle songs of comfort and bones gnawed by teeth. This is the place from which those who dabble in the black arts draw their power. And this place is their doom. I can feel a great age ending. This place is the end of all things, and the beginning. All of time's meaning is here. Neither seconds nor centuries.
I'll probably be using this a lot.
Someday this place will
Okay, so now it repeats.
lights in the sky. The one who walks here is all things.
They're just making sure.
Cradle songs of comfort and bones gnawed by teeth.
A rune! Give me the rune! Once you've collected some runes, open the journal and go to the power section to exchange them for powers. So, we should never need health. It's so weird because there's a couple of these that we're never gonna get. And like combat's not gonna be something we do a lot of either. So bend time. Possession is very powerful, allowing you to merge physically with an animal, such as a fish or rat, for a limited duration. You have an unobstructed path to your target. Path is useful for stealth, enabling you to hide in small places or move through spaces normally too small for you, like water-filled drainage pipes or ventilation duct. Further than the ventilation shaft, enemies will try to stop you if you are possessing a rat. While possessing a hound, you can sprint faster. At level 2, you can possess humans as well. Your control of humans is limited, so combat or fast movement are not possible. Possessing a human allows you to perform simple actions such as collecting objects or opening doors. Allies of the human you are possessing will not attack you, and security devices attuned to the human you are possessing will not harm you. If you are falling, possessing an animal or human on the way down will effectively break the fall. So possession we do want. Dark vision we do want, but I don't know. I guess we'll get it just to get it, because I think we have to buy one. Dark vision is one of those ones where I'm more okay with using dark vision like this because we just unlocked it than I would be on a game like Assassin's Creed, because you're just given it, right? Mind you, you're basically just given this ability as well, but you don't have to get an ability, I don't think, or maybe you do.
How you use what I have given you falls upon
Don't really know.
you, as it has to the others before you. And now I return you to your world, but know that I will be watching with great interest.
The Outsider is such an interesting entity. I actually forgot about the Outsider as, like, what would you call, I guess, a divine being. Yeah, that wasn't a dream, dude. Ah. So this is all stuff because what variation of the game it is. Bone charms. Bone charms provide small supernatural benefits. Locate them by listening for the song they emit. By default, you can activate up to 3 bone charms at once in the bone charms section of the journal. Excerpt from the ramblings of a street denizen. Of course I'll tell you, dearie. I won't keep any secrets from you in the end. All the dreary days of my life are like the windows of a house. From the kitchen, I can see out into the garden where the leaves and stalks are brown and bug-eaten. You can see a little lump of dirt where something was wrapped in a blanket and laid to rest along with rows of twisting vines. The front room looks out into the street where the neighbors are all setting fire to their homes, barricading themselves inside, warm and snug, dearie. And don't forget about the bedroom either. It sees into a dreary alley where hooligans are playing a game with an old man. The first 2 are hitting him with sticks, and the girl with them is kicking at his dry old ribs. Oh, to have those bones, to boil them in a pot. No one lives in my house anymore, dearie. No one you'd want to meet. When I lived there with my husband, we were fine people, very Maury. Everyone would say your house is as grand as Boyle Manor, better even. Your dishes are lavish and your parties are the best. When that young Sokolov came to paint my portrait and I was nearly still in my prime, radiant, he said, and he was just barely a man, so young, painting all the best people across the land. Everyone wanted a portrait by his hand, all my friends. I was the only one, dearie, wet with his paint, glistening on the canvas, for a pretty coin. But it wasn't all parties and paintings. My husband and I weren't always at home. No, we traveled together, he and I, to the far ends of the Isles, beyond even, all the way to the red cliffs of Pandysia, to dig in the rock and crawl through the caves, holding up candles and squinting at the walls. Many precious things we came upon, but none so precious as the boy with the black eyes, dearie. All those marks and bones, carved so deep and polished so bright. I brought the old bones home, hid them from my dear husband. Then I learned to boil them and carve them myself, and made such good presents, dearie. The little mute boy took them home. He loved them so. All the time he came back with new bones for me, holding them up so I could see it in his eyes. Even though his tongue was still, Granny, his eyes would say to me, "Carve these bones for me. Make me another present." And he went so far, all the way to Dunwall Tower, the royal headsman himself now. My little mute boy and his shiny, shiny sword. Better bones were what I needed, you see. Better bones to carve and polish. Scrape and gleam. My dear old husband was always tired. I made him soup, and then he was sick. Better bones was all for my little mute boy, carved in the name of the one with black eyes. And after my husband was gone, given away as birthday gifts, I didn't want to live there anymore. So now I'm old and don't have many to give my presents to. It's sifting through the garbage for the granny rags and feeding the little birdies that gather at my feet. No one wants to have tea, dearie, especially those rude louts on Bottle Street. Slackjaw and his boys always meddling with an old woman, just trying to make her way. In the end, we'll be together with him, you and me, in the dreary night, with stars above and below, and always the one with the black eyes, dearie. So we can look at the early life and criminal record of Slackjaw. But yeah, I'm pretty sure we got all that stuff that we just picked up, because this is like the Elite Edition, whatever the hell they call it, that I got for free from Epic. You want the chinwag on Slackjaw? Well, he was like what he was like when he was young, before he got his name. Oh, he's got a cool head now, but it weren't always like that in the days before he was boss of Bottle Street Gang. Time was, young Slackjaw wasn't such a reasonable man. Like most of us, he grew up on the streets, running with a pack of ragamuffins and avoiding the law, pinching whatever he needed. Dark-haired and dark-eyed, smoking a pipe by the age of 10. For them born into the brothels or coming from the orphanage, it was either the gangs or working with the mudlarks, and no one wants that. Some got pressed into the Navy or put down in the mines run by the Pendleton or Boyle families. As hard as it was on the streets, as hungry as we all got, at least we were free. We was free. By the time we weren't little uns anymore, Slackjaw was one to watch, usually calling the shots when we took down a farmer's cart, or sideways street vendor. He'd come up with the plan, give everyone some part to play, and decide on the split. Most of us just went along, because we learned fast that we made out better like that. More food, more coin. Plus, none of us wanted to deal with Slackjaw when he was in a rage. He worked on a couple of big jobs with Black Sally across town, and that was enough to get the attention of the other bosses. He wasn't just a street kid anymore. Now he was an up-and-comer, which meant trouble. And the guy who fancied himself as such was Mike the Fish, who was working his way up, running the protection racket among the factory women. One fine evening, we were all talking in a bawdy show in the theater house. Mike the Fish and his lot are there in the cheap seats too, just down the aisle from us. Mike gets a wild idea. He wasn't big on planning. He throws a heavy ceramic spittoon at Slackjaw, hits him square in the face and breaks his jaw. We look to see if there's going to be a blood brawl, but Slackjaw just points at the door and we all leave, with Mike laughing at our backs. Waking up the next day without telling us why, Slackjaw motions for us to follow. He still can't say a word, so we just come along. We stop at the docks and Slackjaw actually pays coin for it, a heavy chain covered in hooks. It's for fishing in the deep, something you'd attach to a long line off the side of a ship. About 4 feet, made of thick links, and there are shark hooks coming off it at different angles. Slackjaw's got the thing wrapped around his left arm, dangling at his side. Not sure how he knew where Mike the Fish was staying, but when we reach his girl's house, Slackjaw throws a bottle through the window just like that. It's almost noon. There's a bunch of screaming inside, and Mike pokes his head out, looking wide-eyed and baffled. When he sees Slackjaw out in the streets, a look comes over his face that still gives me the willies. Pure murder. Mike comes out the side door bellowing like a blood ox, holding a cleaver, heading straight for Slackjaw. When they come together in the street, Slackjaw spins and the shark hook bites deep into Mike's arm and shoulder. He screams, but Slackjaw holds onto the chain. He's standing there with his jaw broken, clenched tight, with the chain wrapped around his left arm, hook sucking at Mike the Fish, just knifing him as fast as he can. Mike couldn't fight very well, hooked like that and using his left hand. But he was a big guy and he took a lot of stabbing before he went to his knees. Everyone was cheering at first, but then we all went quiet. It just kept going and going until finally it was just Mike the Fish blubbering, crying like a baby, and the sound of Slackjaw's knife. When it was over, and here's the brilliant part, Slackjaw took out a note and stuck to Mike's face with a nail. It just said, "If you want a job, come to Bottle Street." Slackjaw didn't talk right for a couple of months, but the word spread fast. By the end of the year, once we had a sizable gang going, he sent out letters to the other bosses telling them that he was running a brand new crew over on Bottle Street. Most of them laughed or beat up the guys who delivered the letters. Green-eyed Triss even came back missing a thumb. But apparently Slackjaw was expecting that kind of reaction and had a backup plan. A week later, 4 of the bosses were dead. Seemed like a series of unfortunate events, but everyone knew better. One shot dead by the watch while standing in the middle of a meat market, another slipping and falling into the water out cold. One of the older bosses found in a bed with his belly open wide and a Tyvian pear stuffed in his mouth. Still not sure what that meant. And Sheila Barnsworth was found bubbling in a cauldron of hot wax. Slackjaw sent out another set of letters, offers to the underbosses, telling them they'd be treated fair as peers. He even sent Green-Eyed Triss with one of the letters. All the underbosses accepted. I bet they did. After spilling the guts of his main competition, Slackjaw went in for stabilizing his business, real neat-like, calling in favors, smoothing things over, giving everyone a little bit of coin or drink as a bonus, showing what he could be like as boss. So everything got quiet, which always makes the boys of the City Watch nervous, of course. Word went out among the Royal Spy Master snitches, the responsible citizens group they called themselves, telling everyone working in a shop or sweeping off the front steps of their homes to keep watchful eyes for Slackjaw and his men, trying to suss out what they were up to and what had just happened. But Slackjaw ain't stupid. He greased a few palms among the shopkeepers and the watch too, telling them that he was in town to stay and that things would be run properly from now on. Without so much blood, he was finally a real boss, ready to settle into the business of moving whiskey, running the hound fights, and offering up the ladies and gentlemen of the night, if you take my meaning. Then the plague came. At first, it seemed like a good thing. A few people got sick and everyone wanted to buy those potions from Sokolov or Piero, health elixir or spiritual remedy they call them. Slackjaw told me he saw an opportunity. We already had an old whiskey factory with a still, where we could water the stuff down and sell it discounted. Doing the same with the Sokolov elixir was a smart plan. Pretty soon everybody in the slums was sick and business was good. But after a while there were so many people down with the plague that everyone got scared. Everybody started acting real nasty and everything fell apart. Everything fell apart. When people can't work, they don't have the coin for elixir, watered down or pure. When the Empress died, it seemed like Dunwall would slide into the void. Spy Master Burroughs took over and the Watch started using all that new Sokolov technology. Watchtowers, tall boys, and them arc pylons. They put up a wall of light across Clavering Boulevard and cracked down hard. But Slackjaw surprised us again. Instead of leaving town on a boat bound for Morlaix or one of the other isles, he stayed and kept it all together. We get as much elixir to fight off the plague as the City Watch, with their taxes and rations, and that's kept us alive, so far. Proudly, Bottle Street Gang. So yeah. Expert from Overseer's Covert Field Report. A lot of reading early on, apparently, and I love it. I love the lore and stuff like that, finding out for all this stuff. For over a year now, I have lived away from the Abbey, without the company of my Overseer, brethren, or the guidance of the blind sisters of the Oracle Order. Days have passed with me sleeping in the dens of cut purses, murderers, and worse. And the nights have seen me prowling through the worst alleys and wretched corners of Dunwall. I've taken my meals with killers. At times I have ventured beyond the city walls, meeting in forgotten graveyards and the outlying ruins frequented by those of ill means. My beard has grown long and I wear the weathered clothes and bits of boiled leather favored by the Bottle Street and Hatters gangs, and by those rough men and women who make their trade knifing others in return for coin. My hands have run red with blood, it's true, but I have selected my targets with care, choosing among those criminals and heretics who would not fit to live, executing them justly and using their deaths as a means of building my reputation. So far, this trick has allowed me to make my name among my murderous colleagues, without taking the lives of the innocent. My goal is singular. I must impress the assassin named Dowd in order to get close to him. Of all the practitioners of black magic we have tracked, none concern the Abbey as much as Dowd. It is said that his mother was a witch from one of the archipelagos off of Pandysia coast, taken captive by pirates venturing far from the Isles. According to legend, by the time the ship returned, the captain was dead and the witch controlled the crew, with Dowd still a shadow in her belly. The earlier stories tell of a gang killer without mercy, moving among the shopkeepers and city watch officers of Dunwall like a reaper through wheat. Then a period of silence followed. Years, we now believe, he spent traveling the Isles, studying anatomy and the occult in the great halls of learning and in hidden basements frequented by fellow dabblers in the forbidden arts. Dowd is even purported to have spent a winter in the Academy of Natural Philosophy itself. And for a time before a schism developed, he counted the Brigmore witches among his allies. All the while he honed his craft, and it is during this time that we believe he began to consort with the outsider. New reports emerged of a dusky-skinned assassin, paid by the elite to eliminate their rivals in Dunwall and in other major cities across the Isles. Those who saw him and lived, numbered in the handful, but all of them reported something strange. He appeared and vanished like smoke from a nearby rooftop. He gestured and a noblewoman stumbled from her balcony, falling to her doom on the cobblestones below. Most recently, as this new threat of plague has risen in Dunwall, Dodd has been seen leading a gang of men in dark leather, dressed as factory whalers in their vapor masks. They seem loyal beyond comprehension for one so unworthy, leading me to wonder if some of his magic is dedicated to lulling their minds, enslaving them. Only a month ago, one young girl claims to have come upon a strange scene. Carrying a bottle of milk home to a crippled brother, she was taking a shortcut through the tailor's district in a narrow street, passed beneath the window and heard unusual sound from within. Pushing aside the ratty curtain, the girl saw an abandoned apartment used by miscreants for gambling and trading harborweed. Harborweed? An occult shrine had been erected against the far wall, which she recognized from the teaching given by her local overseer, a man she described resembling Dowd, was kneeling before the shrine, muttering to an unseen spirit as if in argument. He took a carving, made of pale bone, from the altar before him, and the lights all went out in a gush of unclean wind. Quiet as a field mouse, she slipped away, running, until she reached her home. There can be no doubt Dowd is an agent of the outsider and must die, for there is no limit to the evil this man might do. This is my solemn oath and the great purpose of my life. Until Dowd is dead and his corruption has been purged from the world, I will continue to move among the depraved, winding my way toward him. I will not drop my guise or don my overseer's mask again until Dowd breathes no more. There's got to be some other stuff possibly around here. We'll pull out our heart just to make sure. Let's read about the royal spy, and then we'll go from there. Hilariously enough, I feel like an hour of this has been reading so far, but if you've all been around for a while, you should know that I love reading, considering I did that Skyrim book reading, which was like 60 hours of reading. Maybe I'm wrong. I'll have to go back and look at it again. I know it was a lot of fucking reading. I might do that again. Oh no, I'll definitely do that again for the next Elder Scrolls game. Anyway. Hold on. This was something I think I did directly through, yeah, this was PlayStation 4. I was streaming Skyrim directly through the PlayStation 4. So, no webcam, and my microphone probably doesn't sound as good as it did, alright? Or as good as it does right now. But I've got a collection, a playlist, I believe, of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 8 streams. 6 hours, 5 hours, 6 hours, 6.5 hours, 5.5 hours, 6 hours and 20 minutes, 6 hours and 55 minutes, and then 7 hours of me literally just reading books. So it's called the Great Skyrim Book Reading Part whatever. Here, I'll send a link in the thing. I don't know if I could, honestly. I doubt that I could. Because, like, it's just so good. The second monitor is just so fucking good. You could have, like, one thing going on here and have another thing going on there, and not, like... I used to use my tablet all the time. But it's a totally different beast. But yeah, that's the start of it. That's the start of the video series of me just reading books of Skyrim, right? And I will definitely do something similar to that. Possibly again when I play through Skyrim again with the all the DLC and stuff like that. And when the new Elder Scrolls game comes out. Hell, I'll probably do something similar if I play through Morrowind and Oblivion in the future. Because I probably will. This is the fourth edition. Wait. Expert from the personal memoirs of Hiram Burroughs, dated several years earlier. This is the fourth day, month of high cold. Winter. Progress continues on the suppression of gang activity in the distillery district, but more slowly than I expected. The ruffians operating there have been cunning, I'll grant them that, but it's only a matter of time. I'll see their leaders flogged in public and sent beneath the royal executioner's blade. If I had my way, that mute bastard would be working night and day removing the heads that need removing. Internally, the Empress does not seem pleased with my investigations. It seems that it is beyond her thinking, against her very nature, as a trusting person, to believe that traitors move among us. Ah! They fucking that Among Us has been ruined. It has been ruined. That phrase right there. But I know they do, they must. The Spy Master's looking sus. Don't worry, I'll bash my head against the wall in a few moments here after I say some more stupid jokes. No, Jessamine would rather spend her time with the Royal Protector. At least he's likely to stop any immediate threat to her safety, but a strong arm is not what's needed against those who would undermine us. How will Corvo's sword stop a poisoned wine glass or an explosive delivered by courier? It will not. There are many threats around us, threats requiring meticulous efforts to police. Young Lady Emily is undisciplined. I'm afraid, here within Dunwall Tower, she receives instruction from the finest tutors known in the Isles. Yet her mother spoils her and she spends most of her time lost in imagination, wasting her time drawing or asking Corvo to teach her to fight with wooden sticks. The girl might rule the Empire someday. Every moment spent at play is a moment wasted. Shoring up security for the main gate leading into Dunwall Tower has been another pet project of late. To think that back in his day, Emperor Kaldwin left it open to the public during the day, allowing anyone to come and go as they pleased. If it were up to me, I'd seal off access to the streets entirely, but the Empress won't hear of it. The water lock is much easier to protect, and if it were the only way into the tower, traffic in and out would be greatly reduced. Someday the wrong person is going to slip in and we'll suffer for it. Mark my words, no amount of security is excessive when it comes to protecting heads of state. The Empress also disapproves of my plans for the Sokolov devices. Sokolov himself has no interest in security, of course, but he's vain and therefore keen to see his inventions deployed in any fashion. This wall of light he's been tinkering with has promise. In any case, at least, I was able to convince the Empress to upgrade the pistols carried by the officers of the Watch. Why do I worry so when no one else seems to care? If I ever fall asleep, will it sink into the ocean? Oh, where their care slip into the ocean. Where the rough things clamber over the walls and feel themselves on our flesh. This is what I see in the same dream several times each month. If only I had more say in things, or authority, I could protect us all. Perhaps I have been working too hard. Dinner and an evening in conversation with a certain lady of refinement might be in order. Perhaps somewhere in the estate district. Hiram Burroughs, Rural Spy Master. So if this is the jackass that had her get killed, I wonder, I guess this is just like anything to protect everybody, is what he's thinking, right? But the problem is, I don't know, the journal, we read Granny Rags' journal, didn't we? Yeah. Right? Yeah. Alright, let's go down the levels and just explore and see what we can see. Also, really quickly.
Somewhere in the basements below, Hound kills Hound, and money changes hands.
I love this heart, I really do. There was something I wanted to do before.
Such laughter, and they're singing the old songs, linking arms. But that was from a happier time.
So the heart can see at different locations.
Sometimes under the influence of wine, and sometimes the influence is the point of a knife. Before the sun rises, they toss any casualties into the river. Men or hound, they all go in. They top off the wine with river water, but eventually someone swoons. Then fresh bottles are fetched from the cellars.
Should I clear space for Samuel then?
If you like, but he won't use it.
Why?
He can't sleep in regular beds anymore, or that's what he says. Says he was in the Navy too long. Can you believe it?
Oh.
That pile of wood out there? It's a hovel he built from an old rowboat. Where does Admiral Havelock find these people, I wonder?
Now we should be able to get the
Good
key.
day, Master Corvo.
Are you a nobleman, Corvo? No one seems to know much about you. By your bearing, I'd say so. Lord Pendleton's great-grandfather took a Sokonan chambermaid to wife. On second thought, the story doesn't bear repeating. Even the finest blood can go bad here and there.
Fuck you, I think?
Lord Pendleton Memoirs, Chapter 27. In my 13th year, the despised stepmother at last departed, and Pendleton Hall was again quiet, although Father had by then sunk into deep depression. It was at this sensitive time that Waverly Boyle first entered my life. She who will be the source of many tender recollections to come.
I need to try and hear the secrets of these asshats. And I don't want them to see the heart.
Their fate rests on your effort, on the strength of your hands and of your heart. They stood in a circle around the candles and cut their hands to form their alliance. The blood hissed as it touched the flames.
Oh, that's not creepy at all.
The conspirators have found a safe home here. They take great care that they are not followed. He spies on his neighbors and reports to the overseers. The ale here is sweetened with honey to hide the taste of river brine.
You hear that?
The sober speak in whispers. The drunk bellow.
Lydia and I trade chores sometimes, and I'm starting to think I never come out ahead. She's a smart one.
Yeah, they're bullying you.
Only after a long day of work will he return to his home and family. He always eats very well, even as his wife and child grow thin.
What a piece of shit, am I right? Here's the problem.
It is in the common man that the Abbey finds its most faithful. He steals from his business partner a little every day.
He's a piece of shit.
Fortunes have been won here, and lives have been lost.
Right? He's literally like spying. So we're gonna save it because I'm gonna reload it because this isn't gonna. Right? Am I actually? Right. But there is no way to. Yeah. Okay. Dissolve. The Loyalist conspiracy dissolved. For a fucking minute, my brain was like, "Wait, you can do that?" You see, he's a piece of shit that's telling the overseers about, like, hello? That's what sucks about...
He didn't tend to that cut, and now it festers.
the cut where they did their blood ritual.
Some men can still find work along the waterfront.
I love doing this with the heart in this game. To find so many little secrets and lore, and that's basically what this game is. It's a stealth lore game. And I love it. We read both of those already. I'll have to try and keep track of the names of the books that we've read. Is there any more we can glean off of you? Again, don't want to show the heart off.
There's a little Tivian blood in the Pendleton line. That's the worst anyone could say about them. I think it's come out in the brothers just a little bit. My Lord Trevor's pure as the Empress herself, I'm happy to say.
Listen, listen.
She hides her hands. They are raw and scarred from the washing.
I hope the attic's to your liking. I've slept there myself on summer nights.
The common woman. She fears the Abbey and the plague.
I went and knocked on the front door a few nights ago for a joke. No one thought it was funny.
She is a seamstress in a shop frequented by the wealthy. There is nothing common about the work she does every day. The old man claimed a dark corner and drank himself into oblivion. The hounds were the first to find him.
Ugh. I think that's more lore about this. Oh, I might have missed this one. Whoops.
Corvo seems to have arrived in good shape. Much better than I expected, given what I've seen of Coldridge Prison. He seems willing to work with us, and he shouldn't lack for motivation. The man has lost everything. We'll judge how he performs in the field. And if I can, I'll find a way to test him personally.
Log entry 1. It has been days since our men were dispatched to stash weapons for Corvo in the old sewer. They have not returned, so I can only hope that they succeed in getting the packages delivered. Piero spent considerable time and resources making those things. If I could find a way to mass produce them, the Dunwall Navy would secure its place as the dominant force on the globe. Back to Corvo. Can he actually break out of Coldridge, and if so, will he make his way here? I personally give him odds of 1 in 5. About right, honestly. There's the Gaffer's Tale one. A Gaffer's Tale Volume 1 or a Gaffer's Early Adventures. My sister Nina and I left Tivia together, saying goodbye to our aunt, the woman who had raised us since childhood, leaving behind our home city of Yarrow and the cold, but beautiful white landscapes we had always known. We boarded a ship for Dunwall. Our parents had left us with a sizable inheritance, and we spent half of this getting to the capital city and establishing a small import shop dedicated to Tivian furs. Once I'd helped Nina establish the business, I was free to pursue my dream, singing on with a whaling ship that was the most exciting thing I've ever done, and I saw it as a means to an end. Someday I would captain my own crew, and eventually own a fleet of similar vessels. With tears in her eyes, Nina kissed me farewell, and I did not see her again for many months. As an apprentice to the gaffer, I got to see the tracking and killing of the great beasts up close. Nothing had ever fired my spirit so. As the wind and pounding waves racing after a wounded whale, being pulled by a skein of cables embedded in its thick flesh. I changed more in those first 7 months than I had in the previous 7 years. Whaling was beginning to put its mark on me so that Nina barely recognized me when I returned, tanned and sinewy with muscle. Weather creases are already wrinkling the corners of my eyes, but she could see that I was filled with joy, having found my purpose. And then it all went to shit. Admiralty and the fleet. With each of the isles having, while each of the isles has some form of naval fleet, none is more envied than that of Bristol, with its long, proud history of great ships and the admirals who command them. Boys come of age in the cities of Bristol, hoping to someday captain such a ship. And family dynasties are made by those captains who track down infamous pirates or crush seditious uprisings, as during the Morley insurrection. In times of war and peace, Bristol continues to innovate at sea. The ship designs of Anton Sokolov himself now represent the higher standard in the whaling trade. allowing crews to haul their kill up over the deck and begin their butchery and processing. Even as the ship returns to Dunwall, the crews can be seen working on their latest whale as the ship moves slowly up the Warrenhaven River, coming to dock with one of the powerful warehouse companies such as the Greaves Whaling House. I almost said Greaves Whaling Hauling. Suspended in the rigging overhead and backlit by the setting sun, the silhouette of one of these creatures makes a moving sight as it cruises to its final resting place in the industrial heart of the capital city. All right.
They are burning whales. Somewhere in the basements below, hound
So now it repeats itself, I believe.
and money changes hands. Such laughter.
Yep.
And they're singing
All right, good.
songs, linking arms. But that was from a happier time. All she wants is to lay herself down in the middle of Farming Street and await death.
My sister lost a tooth last month, fighting off some officer from the City Watch. The sooner the Lord Regent is gone, the better, I say.
It sucks that you can't, like, interact with them and, like, use this.
All that he had was lost in the flood. A man is only as common as his dreams.
The Pendletons are quite wealthy, but they were noble long ago.
Let me put the damn heart away. But yeah, like, hearing how much of a piece of shit this fucker is.
He used to admire the overseers. Now he fears them.
And yet he... What? Unless this was something he used to do?
Only after a long day of work will he return to
Okay,
his home
we got some
and
repeats
family.
now. I'm gonna do that like every once in a while, every time we come back and so. Back and forth and all that. Find out how fucked up these people are.
The fabric of the city is made of stuff such as she. She starves so that her children can have bread.
She has kids? Fuck! It gets worse every time!
The common folk, simple-minded, selfish, but they can be kind. She has only one dress, and wears it to tatters. The common woman, she fears
Okay,
the
we got the repeat.
and the plague.
Fucked up. She has kids. Oh, God.
The other servants don't like her. Work is never done for the lowly servant. Her servant wages will not be enough to fix her father's debts. For all the hard work, there is little reward for her. If she lives until tomorrow, her day off, she will be mauled by weepers and left for dead.
If she lives until tomorrow, her day off, she's gonna die. Okay. That sucks. She's an asshole. It doesn't deserve to get butchered by weepers, I don't think.
Admiral
The other dude up top
has
does.
more corpses than all the rest put together. He has killed whales and men for profit and pleasure. He has the bloodlust. He tried to seize control of the military after the Empress. After the Empress, was murdered. Look at him. Admiral Havelock grows restless on land. There was a younger brother, an artist, sensitive, soft, taken at 9 by a fever.
Just you wait.
Havelock
I'll own
loved
this
him
place one
truly.
day. I've dreamed it.
Deals are made here, sometimes under the influence of wine, and sometimes the influence is the point of a knife. Admiral Havelock has seen more
Okay.
corpses than all the rest
I-
put together. He has killed whales
Okay,
and men
it repeats
for
now.
profit
So he's fucked
and
up.
pleasure. Before the sun rises, they toss any casualties into the river, man or hound. They all go in.
But before we talk to him, I want to go around and, like, look at everybody. I want secrets, damn you. I am a hound hunter of secrets. Wait, does she have the key on her? We can get the key now, right? Of course, when we can get the key.
I had a sailor for a boyfriend once. He thought he'd strike gold digging in the Pandician cliffs. They found his ship drifting empty.
Does part of the soul live in the heart? If the heart keeps beating, does that mean that the spirit is never released into oblivion? I can keep a heart beating forever with electricity, but what does that mean for any essence trapped within? It'd be easier if I created these processes in waking hours. I am uneasy pursuing avenues that emanate from my dreaming mind.
Did we read a second thing? Yeah, we read this already. Don't mind me.
They top off the wine with river water.
No.
But eventually someone swoons. Then fresh bottles are fetched from cellars. Each and every night the black-eyed outsider visits upon Pierre's dreams.
Oh, that's crazy. Every single night.
He is Pierre Joplin. Even now he visualizes the next invention. Astonishing. I wish you could see it too. Poor Pierre. His elixirs have cured so much for so many, but they cannot cure his brain fevers. The youngest ever to pass through the Academy of Natural Sciences. Sokolov will never forgive him that. He has spied upon Callista as she bathes, more than once.
Okay, so he's a voyeur.
Each and every
Creep.
night the black-eyed outsider visits upon Pierre's
But so far, compared to, you know, everyone else.
Havelock stopped in earlier, but I forgot what he wanted. He's waiting to see you, I believe.
At least he doesn't fucking murder for pleasure. There's a workshop key around here. Is this really the... This is Pierre's workshop, right? No. Ah. Fucking, what are the odds? What are the odds? White rats can be consumed for mana. And white rats won't attack us. All these other ones don't really, I guess, will also become a voyeur. Breaking glass, swim speed faster, breath capacity, and I guess blast resistant. We got a couple of other ones, like those. Hold on. B. Okay, just right there. Got it. Inventory. Oh, all these artifacts enable more bone charms. Okay, got it. So we're gonna be overpowered as fuck because of the bone charms. If we get a lot of good bone charms, that is. Pound pits. I'm trying to. Oh yeah, right here. This is where I wanted to go. No, it isn't. Where's the old man? Old man sailor? But yeah, I real talk about the monitor stuff. It took a while to get used to it, but as soon as I got used to it, I realized there's no way in hell. And the main reason that is because the other day I tried to use my tablet in order to go through and do some of the tags when it came to spraying all the tags, right? And it just come on. It was just so annoying to work with. I'm looking for the jackass, who's probably not here. And I'm also looking for... There's the spot. Because I want to see what secrets the old man has here. Ooh, apparently he's not around. Shit. Okay, I guess we can wait. We're probably not gonna do the next section or whatever you want to call it. Right? The next level. We might go to the next level, but we'll like save it and then I think wrap up because we're almost at the 4-hour point.
Well, let's get down to it.
Let's get
First
down
off,
to
I know that
business.
assassination is dark business, but sometimes good men have to do bad things to make the world right. Our purpose is clear.
You enjoy all the
We want
killing,
to restore
however.
Her Majesty's line by finding and putting Emily Caldwin on the throne.
And you did try
To
to
those
take over
ends,
before.
We'll hide, act in shadow, take them apart, piece by piece. Tonight, High Overseer Campbell dies by your hand. It won't be easy. He's protected by his overseers, an army of religious zealots. But if anyone can do it, you can. Your exploits are legendary. Campbell carries a private journal. Once you've eliminated
Greetings
him,
and good
get
day,
that
Hans.
journal,
How are you
because
doing
we
today?
think it contains Emily's location. Recovering her is obviously critical, assuming she's alive. That's the gist of it. Remember our cause and strike true. We're counting on you. Another thing. Campbell is holding a former overseer by the name of Martin. He's one of us, and if you manage to find him, give him whatever help you can. He's a master strategist, and he got caught working for our cause. It'd be good to have him back here at the Hound Pits. Glad to see you got your rest, Corvo. You'll need it.
The exquisite tall boy. Public concern by anonymous authors. What you've read here is the truth, regardless of what you will hear from the authorities who rule over us. It is not a matter of coincidence that the former royal spymaster is the one who stepped in when the late Empress fell. We, who remain nameless, believe that these events are interconnected. The signs of oppression are all around us. The Sokolov designs, originally intended to provide light and warmth in our homes, have been turned against us as a means of inspiring fear and controlling our movements throughout the city. And where did this plague originate? Some say it was imported, a wild theory. Perhaps. One of our members risked her life to obtain an internal report from the government, which we will be printing and sharing soon, called The Exquisite Tall Boy, extolling the virtues of this newest member of the City Watch. To those in the streets below, these virtues are horrors, spread by stilted thugs who rain down fire on a stick and the poor, on the sick and the poor. To these eyes, the tall boy is another government bully, armed with incendiary devices, thickly armored and standing high overhead, looking down at the common people of the city. We now know that the tall boys are heavily drugged, imbibing a substance that renders them resistant to pain, but also dulls whatever empathy they might normally possess. Exquisite? We think not. Copy these words and share them with your neighbors, and remember, when the tides are lowest, the truth will be revealed. So she put a key somewhere.
Corvo. Hello. I'm Callista. I work here for Admiral Havelock. I'm sorry to intrude on your business, but this is important. I suspect you're going to kill the High Overseer, that wretched man. There's really no reason for you to listen to me, but my uncle, Jeff Kernow, still serves as captain in the City Watch. But he's a good man, and my only family. The chatter in servant circles is that Campbell just took delivery of an exotic poison, and I think I know why. My uncle's not corruptible like the rest of them. Campbell is going to poison my uncle. Do you think you could protect him? You used to do that, right? Before you had your current profession. Before you became an assassin.
She is Callista Kernow. She has learned to defend herself in this treacherous city. She and her uncle, the last of the Kernow family. She dreams of freedom, and the decks of whaling ships fast after the beasts of the sea. But alas, she is a woman. Such sadness.
Sokolov technology in the New Age. One of the advantages of Sokolov's technologies is that they share the same magnetic socket for the tanks of processed whale or the oil they use as fuel. When a tank is exhausted, another can be plugged into place with ease, and the process is simple enough that any common workman or even the lower guardsmen of the City Watch can handle the task. This applies to the arc pylon and wall of light security systems, as well as the powered carriages used for transport by those few who are wealthy enough to afford them. The only obvious downside of Sokolov's designs is the volatility of the tanks themselves. A few incidents have occurred, resulting in damage to property or bodily harm whenever one of the tanks has exploded.
Their fate rests on your effort, on the strength of your hands, and of your heart. She is Callista Kernow.
Alright.
She has learned to defend herself in this treacherous city.
So, I'm gonna look around and see if I can't find the key off of her. Or the key that was on her. Right?
You know, I tried to attend services with the Overseers for a while. They've just gotten more and more, I don't know, rabid about the 7 strictures and witchcraft and all that nonsense. I think the Admiral's awfully distinguished, don't you?
Well, she probably has the hots for the Admiral then. I doubt it would be down here. Yeah. We gotta do a little bit of exploring, see if we can't find that. I also want to get that damn bone. Well, we've got all the secrets that I could think of to get off of the people that are around right now, because it's not a very large area and we don't have all the keys that we possibly need to go everywhere. We could kind of like look around and see where she's been, but...
Everyone I know cried the day we heard the news about the Empress. Poor woman. And her little daughter lost.
Samuel Beechworth went to sea to forget a hopeless love. He succeeded. The boatman has a good heart and respects you. Samuel is a simple man, but he knows the river Redhaven and all its tributaries, down to the smallest inlet.
Samuel is awesome.
He has many scars, some from the phlegm of the river crusts, some from the nameless monsters of the deep ocean. Samuel was once eager to hear Havelock's stories of the sea, but perhaps the Admiral is not what he expected. Samuel Beechworth went to sea to forget a hopeless
Yeah,
life.
the Admiral is
He
a fucking
succeeded.
crazy bastard. Killing for pleasure. Get me the fuck up in there, out of damn it. I love how I can't get up. Thank you. Play away powers. The powers you obtain from runes can be used creatively to defeat enemies or move through the environment. Blink from roof to roof, possess rats and fish, or slow time before rushing a group of enemies. Oh, runes. We want runes for the upgrades and the bone charms. There's a song associated with them. But yeah, I think we'll probably be able to do like a mission per stream of Dishonored. It might get quicker the later we go, right? Like the less we have to do this kind of stuff, and the more we know about the people, and the less secrets they have to show us, the more and more we'll just be able to do things quicker and quicker. Today's more of a read everything you see, learn everything you see. Then again, going through a whole level, I'm gonna keep my eyes and ears open for everything that I can keep my eyes and ears open for.
What can I do for you?
I don't think upgrades are necessary, but we're gonna look because we've got a bunch of money right now. We could increase. We don't really need that, I don't think. Let's increase the range. Let's say screw it and upgrade bolt capacity. Reload. Sleep dart. Bone charm. Nine coins to our name. Hell yeah. We could get vitality, but I really don't think we need it. Alright? Like, we're gonna do stealth, so... yeah. We'll get those two, but we'll probably not keep them around. We'll replace them as soon as we get something better. So I suppose... since we're done, what we'll do, this is what our routine will be for Dishonored. We'll do all of our stuff, talk to everybody, see if they have to say anything. If they do, then we'll go through everything. I'm still like trying to figure out why she doesn't have the key. How about you, Admiral? Do you have a key on you? No, you don't. Let me see if I can... no. Do you have a key? No. Yeah, there's like nowhere else that I could possibly think that this key would be at. Did we read this? Okay, yeah, we did read this already. We already listened to that. He was talking about us. But yeah, I think we'll do a hard save right before we dive on into the boat. Now, mind you, it's going to be one of those things where I don't know if every single job or
When
mission
you
or
wanna
whatever
set out, just give the word.
is gonna take 4 hours. Maybe we'll be able to do 2 a day or whatever. But
I'm ready when you are, sir.
yeah, we're at 3.5 right now for today's adventure in Dishonored. So it's a little early. It's a little early, but I think this is a great spot to pause for the evening, and then we'll continue it tomorrow. Wait, no. What's today? Is it Sunday today? We won't be continuing this tomorrow. We'll be starting the stream with Minecraft. Oh, Hans, that reminds me. I was a little bit distracted, but if you're still sticking around lurking or anything like that, what do you think about some of the updates that have been going through with Enlisted? But yeah, outside of that, that is going to be it for me for the time being for you, YouTube and Twitch highlight watchers. If you're new here and you haven't already, be sure to become a citizen. Oh, fuck. Oh. Be sure to become a citizen today via subscribing to this channel as well as my main channel. If you're watching on YouTube, links will be down in the description below. Exclamation point links like so. If you're watching on Twitch, be it live, the highlight, or the VOD, be sure to follow me on Twitch. Catch me when I go live at 6 p.m. EST, EDT, Friday through Monday. Invite link to the community Discord, where you can always get the most accurate notifications of whenever I do go live. If I'm going to be a little bit late or early to stream outside of a half hour, or as long as I know I'm going to be late, as well as where you can talk to other citizens of the kingdom. I almost said members of the kingdom, same thing, but citizens. Y'all be citizens. Anyway. Whatever else catch your fancy through all my links, and until next time, take care, and have a good one. Bye-bye.